G'day guys, happy Sunday. Uh, like I said, Francesca from Austria. I did not get the email, but I did get your box, and I cannot thank you enough. Um, and I love the coloring book. And I know you can't get it in the States, but it's a beautiful coloring book. She was very nice to send this to me. Lovely flowers. So, thank you very much, Francesca. I think that's how you say your name. But it's a beautiful book. Christmassy. Love it. And let me get my stuff situated. Oh. What I want to do is, see, I've never worked with these before, so I'm having to learn them. So I'm just learning how to use these. These are not like watercolor markers you let your kids have. These are water-based ink, so that's a no-go on the kids. Oh, I know what I want to do. This is what I want to try. Get this fine liner and get these little lines that they've got and go over them with this first. Like I said, this is just trial and error right here. You know. There, I've got the little lines in there with my darkest marker. Come in with my lightest color. Let's see what that does. I know to use light strokes because these things are so juicy that you can tear up your page pretty quick. I mean, they act just like alcohol markers, but they're not. Let it dry a little. And I notice, you know, how you put them down when they're wet, they look totally different than when they're dry. They're like darker when they're wet. You know. So, do some of this. Come lines a little bit. And I just want to. It's already blending in very nicely. There's that. Now I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit. So, how's everybody been doing? I hope y'all have been having a good Sunday, had a good weekend. Um, I want to welcome new subscribers as well as my old subscribers. Thank y'all for being here. Um, y'all do mean a whole lot to me, and I'm grateful for everybody that I have on here. And I'm just a simple channel. I try to keep things simple. That way anybody could follow along. I know when I first started out that all these terms and things they were using, I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. But when you can simplify it, that way it doesn't matter if you're advanced, intermediate, or beginner. Everybody should be able to follow along with me. And like I said, I'm just learning about these markers. And the only way you can learn them is use them, which I'm doing now. Yeah, I do like these. These are quite the experience. I'm having fun with these. I'm having a lot of fun with these. See, there should be darker. Oh, there should be darker. Just following along their lines that they've got there. See how that just blends right in? No problem. Just like using a Copic or any other water, alcohol based. And like I said, these are, even though they're really, really cheap, these are not ones that I would let kids play around with. They're ink, and if you get it on the walls and stuff, it's going to stain. So keep away from the kids. It won't go well. Just letting that dry a little bit. And always put you a sheet of paper behind your picture, because it will. I mean, you're working with a wet media, but if you lay it on light like I've been doing and then go back over it, then wait a minute and go back over it, you don't get the bleed through. This petal here hasn't bled through at all. These two did because I got way too wet. But yeah, I'm having fun with these. These are a lot of fun. This is my lightest color that I went in with. I'm going back in with it. And it's blended everything right in. like it should. Now when that dries, it'll look like these two. I'm not going to put any more marker on it. It's too wet right now. These markers are juicy. You just have to use the very tip of the brush, and yeah. And then I like these fine. They come with their own fine liner right here, which was I used the darkest fine liner to go over the lines that the artists have already drawn, so that they would be in there and they would be shaded the perfect color. This is what I'm hoping happens. Know more about it when it dries. I am going to finish this picture with these. So I will be picking out more colors. If you happen to have these, the three colors that I've been using on here is Fluorescent Peach 012, Fluorescent Pink 015, and this is Cadmium Red number 004. So those are the three shades that I'm using. Now, you can get out some of your regular old water markers and do, look and see if you've got something similar that you could substitute. But I really like these guys. I think everybody should have a set of these. I really do. For the background, I'm going to brush in some pastel with my, it's clean, it's just stained that color now, but this is what I use to do the pastel on the edges and stuff. Is this, you can get these on Amazon. There's like 6 of them for a couple of dollars. But yeah, it's clean. It's just stained that color now. It'll be that color from now on. But I do like to use those. It's a brush, but it feels like a sponge. I can't explain it. It's weird. It's like me. It's a little weird. Okay, I hope I can get this up and edited and everything. It's currently Sunday, and I hope I can get it up before dark. I'll have to go over it and cut out spots and stuff like that, so you don't hear a bunch of okay, yeah, I cut that stuff out. Oh my goodness. Because I know people don't. Well, it don't bother me when other people do it, but now some people would be bothered by that. See how it's drying out? It will be just like these when it's completely dry. And that was quick. It didn't take long to do that. I mean, you could I could probably do it in an hour if I just sat here. But the nurses won't let me sit longer than 30 minutes. Boo-hoo. I could sit longer than 30 minutes, but they don't like it when I do. And then they get on to me. Like, Miss Trotter? I'm like, yes. He said, why ain't you out of bed? I'm like, I kind of sat up too long last night. And they're like, was you supposed to? I'm like, no, I wasn't. But I never learned my lesson. I always end up setting up too long, and then the next day I'm like, oh, I can't move. It's like I had run a mile the day before, was all tuckered out. That's what it felt like. But yeah, guys, these. I cannot believe I keep on about these markers. I can't believe how cheap they are, but how much of a quality job they do. I mean, you're talking Copics and everything like that. They don't act cheap, okay? And like I said, I wouldn't let kids use them because they're ink, water-based ink, and it will stain. I already know that because I got some on my light colored shirt and the ink came out. So it's ink, it will stain. So you don't want to let kids have these, but I just can't believe they're that cheap though. I mean, they don't get enough recognition. I don't know why people aren't using these. Um, you know, it they act like a more expensive brand. And if you'd have just handed these to me and not told me what company they were or anything about them, I would have swore to God I was using a Copic or, one of those expensive markers. And I'm, wow, they're cheap. They're just cheap. They're cheap. So if you're wanting to get into markers and that kind of stuff, I would suggest you get a set of these first. They got a 36 set, which I had bought first. And then I swatched them and I'm like, oh my God, I love these. So then I turned around and I got the 72 set. But I love them so much. I know you guys get tired of hearing me say that about these markers, but I love them so much. It didn't take any effort. And it all blended. You see how it's just blended right in? Like I said, I'm learning how to use these, and I'm pretty much, on the course with these that are going to work like Copics. So, or your Ohuhus. These are a lot cheaper than Ohuhus. I mean, dang. And they come with their own zipper canvas. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Unless you get them and try them for yourself, you don't know what you're missing. These are nice. And I just can't believe it, But y'all see me do it, and it's all blended. And then I let it speak for itself. You saw what I did, and there it is. Like I said, I'm going to finish this page with them. Like I said, they only let me sit up 30 minutes at a time, so I have to be mindful of what the time is because it can get away from me pretty quick. So, yeah. And like I said, I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Got a couple of my mates from Australia signed up. We're rail fans. We like to watch trains. That is so calming to me, and I don't know why. But I can sit there and watch train video after train video and just... I fall asleep watching them, to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's the sound that they make, over the tracks. I don't know what it is. It just... I get in a rhythm and then I'm asleep. And anyway, I'm nuts. Okay, I know I'm nuts. I'm off my rocker. Um. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. I mean, everybody. Francesca, I thank you for the box. Oh, it had all kinds of chocolate in it. Ooh. Oh, yes, it did. Um, and Angela, the post office said that they should be there by Tuesday. I emailed you the tracking number so you can always track it if you want to. But nothing's coming tomorrow because it's President's Day, and yeah, ain't nothing coming tomorrow. But anywho, I'm gonna get off here, guys. Um, I and I'm not sponsored, affiliated, or anything. I spent my own money on these, but I always they would sponsor me. My gosh, their pencils, you know, they won me over, and now these markers have. They need a 120 set of these. They really do. Yeah, they do. So, guys, you know what I'm going to tell you, right? I love y'all very, very much from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are my world, and I hope I can create content that helps you in any way, whether you're listening to me talk and working or whatever you're doing. You know, if you've enjoyed it, I'm appreciative, and so I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I love you so much. I can't say it enough. Y'all just don't know. I would be a basket case without this. My depression would have done killed me by now. But I got you guys now, so and it works. So y'all are my therapy. And as long as somebody gets some good out of what I'm doing, I'm happy. I'm really happy. So I love y'all. And until the next one, peace out. Bye.